In this video, I'm going to show off a brand new glitch that I just found a couple hours ago called Ghost Stick Flying. In effect, using no resources, no battery, no nothing, you can infinitely gain height and also a horizontal distance in a single direction, allowing you, with only using the auto build skill, to pretty much go wherever you want. And with wings and other certain combinations, pretty much you can fly anywhere across the entire world. And the only two things you need is auto build and wings. But we'll get to that in a moment. In short, this glitch, which I can explain in chunks, has some nice features because you really all you need is a steering stick, as you can see, and this kind of locks you in at a single vertical, obviously vertical upwards, but a horizontal direction, usually more diagonal. But if you do this glitch against a vertical wall, for example, you can cut that horizontal distance in horizontal speed, excuse me, and with that actually just go pretty much straight up. You can do this to escape some areas where, for example, like you're in a forest or whatever, and there's situations where, for example, going left right would zone you out, but sometimes going vertically upwards actually allows you to escape. And so this is a pretty cool glitch that has some interesting applications because now really this is one of the easiest ways to just go across the entire world, especially together with wings, which I'll show you a clip of that in a little bit. To explain this glitch, let's kind of take a step by step, and I'll show you this second video where it's a bit clearer. So as you can see here, we take the auto building skill, and before I show that off too fast, what we do is the same glitch you may have seen. I think someone found maybe a weekish or so ago, which abuses using the menu and canceling out of the menu to then have an item or an object that you previously built kind of in this ghost state. And usually people automatically build using the items, for example, like a wooden plank and an apple, which a lot of people have seen. In our case, we actually don't want to build anything on it, but what we want to do is actually have this specific setup, or effectively a steering stick and a second Zonai device. And you specifically have to have the steering stick, from what I've tested, on the ground. And then the second device, as you can see here, I put a second steering stick. You can put a Zonai wheel. There's lots of stuff I think you can use for this. Typically, you want something that's not too large, so like wings probably won't work. But otherwise, you get this sort of setup. You do this, ghost glitch with the menu, where you have the ghost version of the object you created, tied to Link and always walking around with you. And then specifically with the setup with a steering stick and a second Zonai device attached to it, and these have to not be real. So you can't have the actual steering sticks, fill this in. From testing, these have to be these ghost variants. That's why we're calling it the ghost stick flying glitch. And so with that, all you have to do is get this set up, and then once you have this, ghost glitch for these items that are attached to Link and they always move around with them, all you have to do is specifically press A to hit the control, and then Link starts flying upwards. What's pretty cool here is that it seems like if you're running or if you have some X velocity, that sometimes is possible to transfer that speed into this flying as well. And probably there's other methods in terms of like what devices you can use here, or potentially even like it might be possible to use like a shield surf with a bomb to maybe get more vertical velocity, or potentially other methods to actually make this a lot faster for going up in the air. So as you can see, you keep flying and you can keep going. But the really interesting part to show off here is also you can tag this along with wings. And so you can actually do the glitch while you're standing on the wings in the first place. And then all you have to do is run at them to kind of catch up with them. And then you can go on them. And, as usual, you can kind of go as far as you want with this. But the cool thing is when you're on the the zombie stick device you've made, you can jump off with the jump button or press B, and then that allows you to actually pull out a second wing, and then allows you to get back on. So with this method, pretty much with no battery and no nothing, you can go anywhere in the entire world, as high as you want, as far as you want, and this is a pretty easy way to do this. The last note before we finish up is that this glitch has only been tested on 1.0 and 1.1.1. Potentially in the latest update, this may or may not be patched, but nonetheless, this is what we found. Me primarily finding this initial glitch, and then also Angervol helping out testing edge cases. Oh yeah, and the last thing to note is that if you are playing with motion controls, you have to make sure to disable those, because upon testing, Angervol had the issue where the motion controls, for some reason, added extra different directions of velocity and actually caused the flying upwards to cancel and drop. So theoretically, also, I guess one extension of this glitch is that if you want to have the ability to fly to a certain direction, height, whatever, and then drop while still holding the steering stick, potentially using the settings and going to the options and turning on the motion controls might give you the ability to actually, go upwards and at any point start dropping. And yeah, besides that, that's pretty much the glitch in a nutshell. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to leave some comments. And I'm thinking there's probably more potential around this type of ghost-based, object creation and having it tied to Link. And the really nice part too is that once you start this glitch, technically this ghost device follows you around everywhere unless other collision pushes it away from you. And so this also gives you flexibility, such as, flying upwards with this glitch to an island and then changing your angle and flying to somewhere else. And this glitch, I think, is quite cool. And the basic mechanics underneath this are probably, I'm getting a decent feeling that there's probably going to be other glitches on top of this.